AFC North. Now, I saved the best for last. Now, she done already said that the toughest schedules was, repeat those, what the Steelers was in that list.
The toughest, the people who have I looked up to see who had the hardest schedule this season, and it was just out of the whole NFL, and it was actually the Browns. They said was going to have the most difficult schedule, but I also saw at times they said the Steelers, so it looks like it would be the Steelers and the Browns, and of course they base it off of what was, bro, like their opponents and what their schedule, like what their record was last year. So.
Okay, so that being said, we have the Browns in the North. Now listen, they still got Deshaun Watson, who I never thought they should have picked up, but they still got him over there. He ain't doing a heck of a lot of nothing. And they went and picked up Jameis Winston on a 1-year deal. And now they got Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who was the rookie last year, and they also picked up Tyler Huntley, who the Ravens got rid of, who I thought was going to be a good backup prospect. Now, I read as late as yesterday that they're thinking about cutting Tyler Huntley and keeping Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie, because Tyler been struggling. But Jameis Winston, I don't know if I want him in my locker room because he's a little on the immature side, although he has some age on him. But that game last season where he called the own play, he decided what they was going to do. Him and Watson together, that's just like freaking frack to me. Watson, to me, has never taken accountability for what he did. Winston don't care what he do. I think that's a bad combination. They did sign Nick Chubb and Nyheim Hines entered training camp on the PUP, player unable to practice thing. And they got Deontay Foreman, who was an outstanding running back he done bounced around a little bit. But the Browns have that going. They still got the same coach. Now the Ravens, they picked up Josh Johnson, who, when I was calling games a couple of seasons ago, I recall him being in there for a backup, and he had a pretty good game. And they also have Emory Jones and Devin Leary, and they added King Henry. That scares me in the AFC North. They added Derrick Henry. Now, their offensive line coach died today. 70-year-old Joe Alexandris. He had had surgery this summer, and he had been struggling. So he died. That might affect them. I don't know how that's going to affect them emotionally. It can be devastating for players sometimes. But here we go. Moving right along, the Bengals. Cool Joe Burrows and the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrows has been kind of riddled with some injuries here lately. Now, his completion percentage was 66.8. But Joe Burrows, a couple of seasons ago, was unstoppable, looked like the only man that could beat Patrick Mahomes. Now, they picked up offensive tackle Trent Brown from the Patriots and defensive lineman DJ Reader. He went to the Lions. So they got some trouble in the camp over there because people was making some noise in the media about their money, and Tyler Boyd is gone. So I don't know how steady they're going to be, although Browning was a good backup for Joe last year. Now, last but not least, Pittsburgh. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Now listen. We picked up Justin and Russell, and we cleaned out our quarterback room. Got rid of Pickett, I'd save that for later when you get to the Eagles. But anyway.
No, we already talked about the Eagles.
You talked about, they talked about.
I saved my best for last. So, yes, go ahead and talk about that.
Okay, yeah, he might be getting cut because they say he ain't looking good. But anyway, Pickett. So anyway, some people don't think Justin and Russell will be good. I beg to differ. I think they're going to be great. We picked up Patrick Queen from the Ravens and Van Jefferson. And we picked up Cordell Patterson from the Falcons, which was the best thing I saw in the game yesterday. Now, we had to get rid of my baby Presley Harvey because he was not a good punter, and he was going to really cost them this year. So we picked up Cameron Johnston from the Texans. Now, who do I think will win the division? Of course, in my heart, I want to say the Steelers. And I think we can. But on paper, my paper wants to lean towards the Ravens, but my heart leans towards the Steelers. So I'm going to say.
And you going to go with your heart or your mind?
I'm going with my heart this year. Because I really think that if Russell looked like he looked on that first drive yesterday, and if they get the plays right for Justin, so that when Justin comes in the game, you don't know exactly what he's going to do, I think it'll be genius. And the way Cordell Patterson ran yesterday, Najee might be in trouble for his job, but I think we can do it. So that's where I'm going. What you say?
Y'all have a heart. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy watching the AFC North too. Just like NFC North is gonna be interesting to watch this year. I enjoy watching the AFC North because they'll have a lot of good competitive teams. And I'm torn. I have a 3-way one because actually I think all of any of y'all could actually do it. I feel like the Steelers have a good shot at it. The Ravens, I mean, Lamar Jackson in himself, anybody who catches their own ball that they throw up, I'm all for.
Oh, plus he dropped 20 pounds because he says he wants to be more agile. And they say he's a better leader this year. So I'm a little nervous about them, but
she's still going with the black and yellow. I mean, Joe Burrow, we didn't even see this full thing this last season because he got hurt in week 12. Joe Cool. With Ice Joe Cool now since he over there dyed his hair blonde. And the Browns, I mean, they made it to wild card last year, but also Joe Flacco was a part of that, so never mind. So I'm going with purple. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Okay. I'm gonna choose the Ravens.